Before I forget, we've got a blood drive going on today, and what a beautiful way to give. So if that's something you're open to doing, please support that way to give back to the community. And speaking of someone that sacrificed for others, today is a great day that we celebrate St. Teresa Benedicta. Before that, kind of famously known as Edith Stein, and she was born to a Jewish family in Germany, and her dad died when she was very young, and this kind of led to some hardships, and they were like pretty practicing Jewish family, but at like a teenage years, 12, 14, she declared she was an atheist, that she didn't believe in God. You know, how can bad things happen to good people type of thing. But she was incredibly intelligent and studied philosophy and was learning about the world and the way that it works. And that curiosity led her to just ask questions. And she had this great teacher that sounded like fostered a lot of converts. But ultimately, it was the autobiography of St. Teresa of Avila that led her to say, you know, this is the truth. And she became a Christian, became a Catholic, and ultimately became a Carmelite, I think, in 1933. So there's about 10 years there. And then, as we're very well aware, the 40s, not a good time for Christians, but especially not a good time for Catholics. And she was in Cologne at the time, but eventually was forced to the Netherlands. But then, you know, the Catholic Church in the Netherlands conflicted with the Nazi Party and Hitler, and she was one of the early groups to be rounded up for being a Jew, but also being a nun and an intellectual. She crossed all the dots, right? And was one of the first people killed August 9th in Auschwitz, in the gas chambers. So she was martyred, and eventually in 1998 was canonized and is now one of the 6 patron saints of Europe. So just a tremendous life, and I feel challenged to learn more about her. I've not done a lot of like diving into her reading, but what a beautiful life, and ultimately to give that sacrifice, which, you know, who knows, but I don't think we're going to have to do in our lifetimes. Yet there are ways that we are asked to die to ourselves and to our preferences for the faith. And may Edith Stein, St. Teresa Benedicta, be that intercessor to give us strength in those difficult moments. So St. Teresa Benedicta of the Cross, pray for us.